It started when I was a youngster, and you go and get the disc and put it in the computer and load it up and you get excited. As I've sort of spent more time away from home on tour and in hotel rooms, it sort of becomes one of your best mates, because you get back from practice and you got 4 or 5 hours to waste until you go out for dinner, so you sit there and use those 4 or 5 hours very wisely playing Football Manager. There's a few guys that play it. Stuart Broad's a big fan of it. He seems to take teams that are mediocre and make them excellent. Jos Buttler is a big fan of it. He calls himself Jose Boutilieri when he starts the game, and says he's from Spain and played 20 years of international football. When I was younger, I used to try and sign the best players on the game, and I didn't always get very far, but actually when you've played professional sport, you realise that a structure is actually quite important, and it's amazing how realistic the game is when you're playing it, where if you have no structure behind the scenes, you actually don't get any results out on the pitch. Cricket is a very statistical game. It's one of the reasons I love it. I can sit there and sift for hours through statistics and on bowling, and every facet of the game there's statistics for it, and I think that that's mirrored in Football Manager. I could sit there for hours looking through the stats of a player I'm trying to sign, and get very caught up in it. When it's a big goal, it's like a low growling yes! I celebrate more for that than I do when I get a wicket, I think. One of my best seasons that I've played on the game is when I got Watford promoted from the Championship. And I won the league quite convincingly and played a very attractive style of football and had the fans purring every week, it was telling me. But then 2 months into my season in the big league, I got the sack. Since I've won the Championship, I've actually been out. I'd never been out into the middle of the ground at Watford and stood there and looked around. And yeah, for a moment I stood there and imagined them chanting my name after I'd lifted the Championship trophy. But unfortunately it was just on Football Manager.